All right, we're live. So
Hello.
boy, it would be nice if I could center this camera. Can you remind me to add more curtain,
Mhm.
please?
Yes.
Because this looks dumb. How's everyone doing tonight? I'll just keep moving the camera back and forth. I should take the plastic off of the TV too at some point.
That'd be nice. I feel like we've used it enough where it's safe to take it off now. Just do it after.
Well, that's gonna. If I did this right now,
you're gonna have to stand up to get
it's gonna break.
Yeah, don't do that.
I'm gonna pull it down. It's gonna collapse. We know how this works, by the way. That will crack immediately upon me pulling just a little bit on it. Let me go pin this to the top of my profile page. If you guys are watching this and you want to have a good time tonight, make sure you say hello in the chat. Al is actually joining us via video tonight. It's what an incredible honor to have Alex Spencer here with us on this fine evening. Here we go. All right, good. Glad we're in. Hello, Al.
Hi.
You have no light on your side.
No, because you have all the lights.
Well,
but it's okay. I kind of like this like purple
One of us
vibe.
It's called Tim Runs His Mouth, I think. And then
Alex in purple.
And then Alex is there with vitamins in front of her. Why do you have like just boxes of vitamins in front of you? I wish people could see that. Can you just hold them up? Like, why do you have like, are they gummy vitamins?
Yeah, it's because I had them in a bag up here. And then I was like, oh, I haven't been taking these vitamins I got. One's for glowing skin, the other is for daily energy.
I just kicked can we do something about the treadmill under the table?
There's no other room for it.
Outside.
It's going outside. No, I have to use it at my desk. Otherwise, there's no point in me having this standing
Mark
desk.
is here. Hello, Mark. Say hi in the chat if you're hanging out. Mark, I went to church with Mark when I was growing up, by the way, and he's never heard me swear this much in my life. Already said more swear words at the beginning of this podcast than. Anyway, is this a podcast? What do we call this? A show?
Stream.
A stream. It's a stream.
A stream. A podcast.
It's a show.
I think it's whatever you want to make it.
It's whatever I want. The world is my oyster. Oh, it's amazing. Glad you guys are here with us today. Let me zip up. I like zipping up to look like a little bit more intimidating there.
Button to the top.
Yeah. I've had a great day today. Have you had a great day today, Al? You were working all day. You didn't get to see everything that happened.
I know. I like barely finished work before we started. I have more to do yet.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What are you working on? Nothing.
A lot. A lot.
Nothing. I stayed up watching Star Trek last night, so I slept in. So it's like a whole. I started watching the Strange New Worlds show. It's not bad.
Oh.
I expected
you were knocked out this morning.
I expected it to be woker than what it was. I was shocked. Anyway, I hope you all are doing well today. It's been a hell of a day. What's going on? Player to be named later. It is a gathering here. I'm glad everybody's here hanging out with us. Lots of stuff happened in the news today.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, we have to figure out if 7:45 or 8 o'clock is right, or we should do 7. I don't know.
So maybe 7:30?
Maybe. Next week, by the way, we're doing an early one on Monday. We've got Dawn Buckingham, the Texas Land Commissioner. She's doing her first ever digital live stream with me. She's never done that. She's too big of a star.
Hey, for our lowly stream show podcast.
Well, probably more people see this than a lot of the stuff that she does. Definitely more people see this than
when you had her on Sirius.
On Sirius, yeah. Hey, can you hit the button to make the thing spin behind me? Why is it?
It was on.
It was spinning, and then it stopped spinning. In defiance of God's will. I just want it. Just go hit the button right there. I pay for the spin. I paid $60 for that effect. I need to get the stars.
There's no spin news, and then there's spin
news. I want that spinning star behind me, like I'm at prom. This is homecoming.
You could put the prom thing up.
Do we have a prom thing?
You told me we do. I haven't looked at what we have.
I think it came with prom, happy birthday, and something else. Look at that effect. I need to get stars up there, though. I need to order the star. The star thing costs $50. I don't know where I am on that.
I feel like it's better than whatever this thing is.
The slow mo. I don't. What would you call that design?
Squid star.
Squid star. There it is. What a time! All right. Well, so what a day today. In Donald Trump land, the USAID spending, by the way, out of control. Absolutely out of control. I don't understand. What's going on there? Why it's we gave money now. Did you see that we fund Politico to the tune of $8 million?
I did hear that.
That's a new one. I didn't see that coming. Did you guys see that? I didn't see that. I didn't think that was going to be a thing, that we're funding Politico. I mean, I was certain that the money was getting funneled to leftists, but I didn't think that it would be like Politico making the big money. All right, let's go to the good news of the day, shall we? Let's start with the good stuff. Well, I mean, there's lots. I think today was a hell of a day for Trump, but
most days are.
They really are. But this one, when he signed this, I loved when he signed this executive order, by the way. And this isn't the full thing, but this is Donald Trump signing the executive order here. I've never had two people on with our new. Oh, this is a nice little setup here, Al. Look at that. There we go. But no.
Hey, I need to be the smaller one.
Well,
that's not great. That's good.
You like that?
That works.
I
like
like
fine,
that.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. All right, so here's Donald Trump signing the executive order today. I thought this was pretty cool. Here we go.
You want to do this? Watch what I do, and then I'm going to give you some pens, okay? Are you ready?
He's really good with kids, by the way. Like Trump was like joking around with these little girls today. I thought this was incredible. The difference between Donald Trump, of course, and Joe Biden is that he doesn't sniff the little girls. He actually protects them by signing an executive order. Very important. So look at how he interacts with children. This is such a night and day.
He's a grandpa, a nice grandpa.
He is.
Watch what I do, and then I'm going to give you some pens, okay? Are you ready? What a nice picture this is, huh, Governor? You ready? We'll do a good job. Wait, let me press that. I want to make this a really good signature because this is a big one, right? Oh, I think we have a 10. We have a 10. God bless you,
Mr. President. Signing the executive order to protect women in women's sports, banning men, which, by the way, the NCAA, I'll pull it up, the NCAA going along with it. But what a moment, by the way. And like Trump, cool with little kids, not sniffing them, not being a weird creep at all. And
thank you, kids. Here, take a pen.
He just handed out the pen.
Okay, take a pen. Take a pen.
I mean, how cool is this? Also, by the way, before this, Donald Trump named, I think, like he named, what was it, like every single member of Congress who was in the room and every like official who was in the room and Moms for Liberty and everyone who was there. Remember, Joe Biden used to do that and he used to stumble all over himself and mispronounce names and the whole nine. And Donald Trump went through this list, and I just kept thinking, there's so much there that you can tweet about. I only tweeted about a couple of things today, and I tweeted a ton today. But there's only so many things that you can talk about with Donald Trump, how much better he is than Joe Biden before it gets old. Because, like, I mean, he's better at everything than Joe Biden. But the fact that he named literally every member of Congress beforehand, he went through them all, by the way. Beth was there, Beth Van Dyne, and Wesley Hunt, and Nancy Mace, and he had Nancy Mace get up and say something too. And like literally everyone was there. He named everyone. Joe Biden couldn't get through a list of names like that. And he'd also start talking about dead people too. Like he'd shout out dead people who were in the room, but not Donald Trump. Donald Trump actually stuck to the script and named everyone, literally could go down the line and name everyone that was there in the room. And he congratulated everyone for being there. Something Joe Biden couldn't do, on top of avoiding sniffing kids. So here's the deal. And this is why there are so many pens there, Chris. Usually and this started, I think, back under Ronald Reagan, when presidents would sign executive orders, they would sign almost every, and bills, they would sign every different letter with a different pen so that everyone involved could get a pen involved. Donald Trump doesn't do that. He uses a Sharpie and then signs all at once. Mm-hmm. I don't think Joe Biden did that either, because Joe Biden could barely scribble his name. Mm-hmm. But that's why there are so many pens, is because typically in the past, what you would do is you would sign each individual letter. And I know George W. Bush did that. They would sign each individual letter of their name on these things and then hand each one off to different people. But instead he just signs it and he's got a box of pens and he hands them out. I want one of those pens. I wanted one the first time. I want a Donald Trump, because they're all gold marked, by the way. So this is I'm going to go before Trump signed the executive order to ban men from women's sports. He listed a bunch of sports victories from women. I thought this was, I mean, we're 2 weeks in. This is a groundbreaking signing. This is a groundbreaking event for women. I really think that this was, I mean, the photos that came out of this were incredible. I actually made one of them my new border, my profile cover photo, because I thought it was so cool, the photos that came out of this.
Female athletes have been forced onto the front lines, and men claiming to be girls have stolen more than 3,500 victories. That's a lot. And invaded more than 11,000 competitions designed for women. Last year, a male cyclist posing as a woman competed in the 800-mile Arizona Trail Race, a very big deal in cycling, and obliterated the women's course record by nearly 5.5 hours. Sounds like a lot, doesn't it, huh? 5.5 hours. So, but you have to hear the weightlifting records. You think that's bad? The weightlifting's worse.
I mean, this guy, like, it's ridiculous that there are men in women's sports. Period. And it's laughable, and we shouldn't be at this point. And he made that point too today, and we can go through it later. But he made the point that it is ridiculous that we're at the point in our history where we have to ban men from women's sports, and we have to ban genital mutilation of children. But here we are, and it's like it's laughable only because it's so ridiculous that it shouldn't happen. But this is crazy. Here he is talking about the men winning.
In 2023, a man in women's power lifting broke 2 world records and outlifted his.
Oh, I stopped sharing one picture, and one day I'll learn how to use this, by the way. One day I'll learn how to just don't touch things, Tim. And I was like clearing out the other. There we go.
And they continue to defend world records and outlifted his closest female opponent in one event by 440 pounds. And they continue to defend themselves, Mr. Congressman. You know that, right? They continue to defend themselves. We hope they continue onward because I don't think we can lose a race. This was one of the big reasons that we all won, and it's one of the big reasons that we had a record, a landslide like they haven't seen before, very often anyway. And who could forget last year's Paris Olympics, where a male boxer stole the women's gold medal after brutalizing his female opponent so viciously that she had to forfeit just after 46 seconds, and she was a championship fighter. And actually, they had 2 women or 2 people that transitioned, and both of them won gold medals. And
you remember that in the Olympics, the 2 boxers who were in?
They won them very convincingly. But all of that ends today because with this executive order, the war on women's sports is over.
By the way, they couldn't fit any more people in that room. And Donald Trump said today in the middle of this that he would, he actually offered under Biden apparently to build a ballroom onto the White House for like $100 million. He offered to do it for free. And he said he's going to gift himself and the White House a ballroom for events. He's going to build a ballroom onto the White House with his own money. He said that at one point. By the way, now that men are out of women's sports, is that it for Riley Gaines? Where does she go now?
There's always work to do to maintain.
Got to keep him out. Sage Steele's another person who was there.
Can't get him out. Got to keep him out.
Wasn't Sage Steele fired from ESPN for speaking out against that?
It was either that or vaccines. I can't remember which one it was.
I think it was. I should know this. Let's see. She settled a lawsuit with them. Oh, it's vaccine no, it was vaccine mandates and female sports reporters. Yep, correct. She was there too. It was a big day. Big day for them. And here, by the way, let's see if I can share tabs without losing things. How can we do this? This is now a statement on the executive order from NCAA President Charlie Baker. The NCAA is an organization made up of 1,100 colleges. Who cares? Blah, blah, blah. We strongly believe that clear, consistent, and uniform eligibility standards should best serve today's student athletes instead of a patchwork of conflicting state laws and court decisions. To that end, President Trump's order provides a clear national standard. So they are absolutely going to take steps to follow Donald Trump's standards. So if This executive order had been in place when Leah Thomas and Riley Gaines had raced against each other. Riley Gaines would have won and Leah Thomas wouldn't have been there.
Mm-hmm.
It took, how many years has Riley Gaines been doing this for? 4 years?
At least 3, I think.
Took 4 years, 3 years to do this?
I think it was like 2022 that
But
happened.
see, the NCAA knew this the entire time. This is the NCAA president. They're literally saying, we strongly believe that clear, consistent, and uniform eligibility standards would best serve today's student athletes instead of a patchwork of conflicting state laws and court decisions. So they're going to review the executive order and take necessary steps to align NCAA policy in the coming days, subject to further guidance from the administration. They knew that they could have banned banned men pretending to be women a long time ago, and they didn't. They didn't. They knew exactly what they were doing. And they waited until the president signed an executive order that would literally take money away from colleges. It took that for them to do it. They knew exactly what they were doing by allowing men and women's sports. And now they just, I mean, how many women were like tormented and tortured because they had men changing in their changing rooms with them or watching them in their changing rooms, claiming to be women? And it took an executive order. Now, they knew exactly what they're doing. This is the same thing. This executive order, the compliance here from the NCAA president is no different than banning illegal immigrants and deporting illegal immigrants who committed violent crimes. They knew exactly what they were doing. The administration knew exactly what they were doing back in the day. They knew exactly where they were in these cities. And now they're getting rid of them. They showed up literally as soon as Donald Trump came into office and started deporting people who committed crimes, who were illegal aliens, violent crimes. They knew exactly where to go to find them because they were just sitting around. This is the exact same thing. This was going to continue on if not for Trump. And they knew exactly what was wrong and they knew exactly what they needed to do. It's unbelievable that this is where this is. Literally, they were just sitting around waiting for an executive order to make a difference here. So, I didn't know that. X Spaces, well, it's not a Spaces. This is a video. You should be able to just stream it right off of my feed, in case you're wondering. Yeah, the NCAA would have been hammered by the DOJ. They knew it was coming. They knew it was coming. Yeah, they would have sued. They would have been sued by the Civil Rights Division of the government too if they would have actually. That's true. That's true. So under the Biden administration, they would have. The Biden administration would have weaponized the DOJ against the NCAA if they would have actually done that. Yep. So today, I think Democrats, not just this, not just with the NCAA thing. I think Democrats are broken. I don't know if you've seen this or not, Al. We can just scroll in my feed because I've got it here fresh. Why change things? This is Chuck Schumer, by the way. Democrats very upset, very, very upset about Elon Musk auditing and Doge auditing USAID. And that's just the tip of the iceberg, by the way, auditing USAID. So far, now today, they found that $8 million went to Politico and other media organizations. They found, of course, the transgender opera, the transgender comic books were funded, a DEI musical, sex changes in Guatemala. All these things were funded. Millions and millions of dollars were funded, just handed out by USAID for these ridiculous programs that I guarantee you at some point here, we're going to see Biden's LLCs involved in some of the money and the kickbacks that were coming from these organizations. But this is Chuck Schumer and the Democrats are broken. A lot of the Democrats are wandering all over Capitol Hill saying they're going to show up at places. They're showing up to USAID and getting blocked from coming in. They showed up to the Federal Reserve. They were told in the Treasury Department, they were told you can't get in. I mean, this is, if Democrats can walk into buildings in the federal government that are part of the executive, if these members of Congress can walk in as into executive buildings, then why can't executive officers just walk into their offices and see what they're doing, see what their corruption is, right? So here's Chuck Schumer. He's broken, by the way. I don't think he realizes what the results of the last election were. Here he is really giving some chance to the Democrats.
We will win. We will win. We will win. We will win. We won't rest. We won't rest. We won't rest. We won't rest.
I don't think he's well. And he's there with Maxine Waters, who's called for violence against Republicans. I don't know how many times, but this is, if you're a Democrat watching this has got to be demoralizing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what do you, can you imagine being a Democrat? This is your team right here. The other day he was on the floor of the Senate and he pulls up an avocado and goes, "This is an avocado." It's gonna be expensive when I get in. I mean, it looked like an insurrection to me. More free shrimp. I don't understand what's going on here with these people. But this is your modern Democrat Party now. This is going to give me a headache. I had a cigar before this. This is going to give me a headache. I need to drink water. I'm going to watch this again here. And look, you've got the other congressman here shaking his cane. They're shaking their canes at Trump now. Maybe you're a little too old for the House of Representatives or the Senate if you got a cane.
We'll win. We will win. We will win.
Look. By the way, while they're chanting this, I want you to take a look at the faces of these people around them. They look so demoralized. Oh, is that Ilhan Omar back there? Well, she needs to get out there and protest just in case they bust her for her brother. But this guy over here, just to Chuck Schumer's right, just doesn't want to be there. And I don't blame him. It's just demoralized. These Democrats are just totally demoralized by what's going on. They're just totally sad with what's going on here. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, it's actually player to be named later. Being a Democrat now is like being a Cowboys fan at this point. Yeah. Or a Mavs fan. Oh, it's Al Young. He's the guy he wants to impeach Trump. Al Young and I used to shop at the same Safeway. I once saw him staring at the bread in the bread aisle for like literally 10 minutes. I walked by the aisle twice. He's trying to impeach Trump now. That's what they're out there saying that they want to impeach him now for what? There surely must be a slot machine in front of them with their "We will win." Yeah, no kidding. That's what they sound like. Just put some more money in the slot machine. You'll get it this time.
House always wins.
Yeah. All right. So let's see what else. Our humble researcher here, Allison. Oh, hey, here's a neat one. Speaking about USAID funding, that would be ISIS in a USAID tent. I mean, how much worse does it get? How much worse can it get? Like, where did all this money go? Let's see what else we have here. So here we have the CEO of NPR. By the way, these are the next things that need to be defunded. So if we're getting rid of, let's pull this real quick. How do I stop sharing? I need to learn how these. I need to learn how the little buttons work on this now. But if we're getting rid of USAID, which it seems like that's what we're doing. We're going to cut that down. They're going to get rid of the Department of Education next. I really think we need to defund NPR and PBS and let Allison talk already. Number one, learn her fucking name. How about that?
Well, you said Allison, our humble researcher.
No. Yeah. And it's not.
That's not me.
No.
I'm not a humble researcher.
No.
I'm neither humble nor a researcher.
Yeah, exactly. She's kind of producing things and taking.
Also, yeah, I'm taking notes, so I'm silent here. You have my facial expressions though tonight.
So here again is the CEO of NPR, who had a lot to say about the First Amendment.
The number one challenge here that we see and is, of course, the First Amendment in the United States is a fairly robust protection of rights, and that is a protection of rights both for platforms, which I actually think is very important, that platforms have those rights to be able to regulate what kind of content they want on their sites. But it also means that it is a little bit tricky to really address some of the real challenges of where does bad information come from and sort of the influence peddlers who have made a real market economy.
So according to the CEO of NPR, Al, the First Amendment's a real challenge.
It's a real challenge.
It's a real challenge out there.
It's a hard one to navigate.
It's a hard one to, you can't
hard
really
one to come to grips with.
It's hard to come to grips. Tough. It's just tough out there for the First Amendment. You got to watch it, even though you're supposed to be the bearer of the First Amendment. You're, as a government subsidized entity, national public radio. Got to watch it. Can't just be winging it out there. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Oh, this is interesting. Speaking of the First Amendment, things that need to be defunded, people are actually paying attention to products. Did you know this one, Al? 700,000 subscribers were lost in Q1 of 2025 at Disney Plus.
Wow.
Holy crap. That company's going under. I mean, they don't make good products to begin with. But that's crazy to me. People are finally, hey, it's almost like our company is doing its trick with things here. The old Veebs app. Let's talk about Veebs, shall we? Blah, blah, blah.
Values-based shopping made easy for
really
all
is.
of you.
Let's blow this up. There we go. Guys, if you are concerned about your money going to woke DEI companies, this is the app for you. You put it on your phone, you scan UPC codes when you go to the grocery store or many other products that we're expanding, always expanding with Veebs and doing our research into the different products that are in the market. We have a huge research team, a robust research team that adds them to the app. You download this app at veebsapp.com. You scan UPC codes. It tells you if it's conservative or liberal, and you don't want to give your money to a liberal or a leftist that's giving money to woke ideology and things that want to end America. So what you do is you go scan it, and it gives you alternate products that you can go buy instead of them.
If you love what the government is doing with dismantling DEI, you can do the same at the companies you shop with by spending your dollars elsewhere, and we give you those companies to make an easy switch.
Also, another one of our sponsors here is, of course, Kalshi. And right now, I tell you what, this has got to be a fun one. The predictive markets, how much government spending will Trump and Elon cut this year? 56% of people saying $250 billion, 31% saying $500 billion. I think it's going to be more than that at this rate. We just scratched the surface at USAID. This is very relevant where things can go. Go over to kalshi.com/Tim Young and see all these things. Will President Trump be impeached again? 39% chance say yes. Who cares? He won't be removed. How many senators vote to confirm Howard Lutnick as Commerce Secretary? It says 70 or below, 90%, 93 to 94 of them, 4%. Lutnick should be, though. Will any of the major AI companies pause research for safety concerns?
Before when?
Before 2027. 32% chance. Make sure Skynet doesn't happen.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. All right. So, I thought this was a huge, huge day in news, and I tweeted way too much, so it's going to be a little bit to fish through these things. What do you guys think was the biggest story of the day? Because I think this USAID thing is going crazy. I mean, there of course was the this, by the way, I think is the meme of the day. I thought that the signing of the executive order was huge, but this was really the meme of the day for me. Elon killed my senator's money laundering operation. That's what it really sounds like. When you see all these Democrats coming out, when you take a look at all these Democrats that are going out publicly, yelling about cutting federal spending and cutting all of these crazy programs at USAID, no one in America, no representative of the American people should be happy that USAID is wasting the money the way that they're wasting money. So I am shocked that that anyone can get out and say things about that. But hey, who knows? Who knows? Like where they're getting their money? I mean, that's the only way that this could be is that they're getting kickbacks, right?
Well, and they want to hide all the things that are going to fund stuff like Politico.
Well, yeah,
the stuff that's in their interest. They don't want people to be aware of the just egregious wasting of taxpayer dollars. I'm
telling you, that Biden pardon of his entire family, and people were like, I mean, they were naming members of the Biden family. They're pardoning members of the Biden family that I had never heard of before. I just think that that was done for a reason. It's because of organizations like USAID that are kicking money all over the place to NGOs and then their contractors. I mean, it's literally, so the programs that they are showing right now with these, like the trans opera and the DEI musical and the trans comic book and the sex changes in Guatemala and the money to Politico, those are ones that are like openly reported, right? Those are direct funding projects. You go down 2 or 3 degrees of separation, you start seeing the LLCs and the NGOs that get this money, or the NGOs, and then the NGOs pay these LLCs. And you're going to start uncovering Biden names. There's no way that you don't start uncovering Biden names at that point. I can't see how you don't see it. Like that's exactly where this goes. So it just has to be. Like there's no way that it's not. Oh yeah, BBC. Yeah, they're all losing money. They're all losing funding right now. Didn't Politico say that they were having trouble making payroll or something? I think one of the organizations said they were having trouble making payroll because of this.
I think most of the leftist traditional media outlets, legacy media outlets, are not doing too well, and it will probably continue to get worse and worse.
Wait, what did Chelsea Clinton? Didn't Chelsea Clinton? I saw this just before we came on when I was playing around on my phone, like doing nothing. Here we go. So here's I'm going to share this. We're going to go through this together, Alex.
Allison.
Yeah, Allison. So this is Alan Jacoby. Who is he from? Is he just a citizen journalist? MAGA Mondays. How are the liberals going to explain how Chelsea Clinton became a multimillionaire off American tax dollars? Chelsea raked in $84 million. That is crazy. The Bill, Hillary, and Chelsea Clinton gross receipts $83,624,000. Thank God for citizen journalism. I mean, this is exactly why the media and the left was losing their minds about Elon Musk taking over Twitter, or X, is because they knew this was coming. They knew that like citizens would start uncovering this stuff. Here's another one. This came out today. Let me share this tab. The Biden administration spent shocking amounts of money. Where did $306 billion in disaster relief grants go? It certainly didn't go to North Carolina or Maui. And why did the Virgin Islands receive $19.5 billion, more than 4 times their $4.67 billion gross domestic product? So look, in Trump's first term, disaster grants, $84 billion. Biden, $306 billion in disaster grants. And the Virgin Islands getting, in Biden's first term, $19 billion, 600 million in grants. What? Isn't that a place? Isn't the Virgin Islands where a lot of big money people hide their money in the banks there? So you just know that this is going to come back to the Bidens at some point. I mean, this is kind of crazy to me. Like, it's those LLCs. Again, I think they have like 200 or more LLCs between all of the family members. And one of them or more are cashing in on this. I mean, it's a shell game with money. And I guarantee it's a shell game with our government money. A lot of people thought it was foreign kickbacks from other countries, like paying for influence. But I think this is money going into, we're going to find out that this is money going into like disaster relief and things like that. Yeah. How many $750 checks do you get out of $19.6 billion? It's an awful lot. I mean, that is completely shady.
Mm-hmm.
So much going on there today. I mean, I just think this all goes back, and that's why he was pardoning members of the Biden family that like we've never even heard of.
Mm-hmm.
Just all of them, because that's a thing. Democrats, though, screaming about this. Here's some guy I've never heard of that's in Congress because I don't care. Senator Andy Kim. You ever heard of Senator Andy Kim? Mm-hmm. Here he is on CNN crying about Elon Musk. This is very exciting for me. Let's get us in a bigger. I'm down there. There we go. Senator Andy Kim.
This is not about charity. I don't want the American people to think this is just about charity, that this is $1 away from our help for our own communities. This is about us in this very dangerous very dangerous global environment right now, the most dangerous environment I've ever seen during my lifetime. We deserve to have.
Hold on. Why is this the most dangerous environment that he's ever seen in his lifetime? Donald Trump has been in office for 2 weeks. So how did it get there? Why wasn't this guy complaining about Joe Biden at some point if this is the most dangerous world environment in his entire lifetime? Why didn't he say something, a year ago, 2 years ago?
We have every tool at our disposal. And we've always had a foreign policy based upon defense, diplomacy, and development. That is something that Ronald Reagan himself was a big supporter of, which is why USAID is in the Reagan building here in DC, is because it was a bipartisan understanding about having those tools. And we're now seeing that come to an end.
I think that's a real stretch that it was in the Reagan building because Reagan liked it. But also, I don't think Ronald Reagan was pro trans operas and comic books and sex changes for free for Guatemalans or, again, a musical about DEI in Ireland. I mean, or funding Politico.
You can't speak to like historical support for something when that thing has completely transformed the purpose it serves in its existence.
Yeah. What are we? Oh, hey, Ronald Reagan liked it 40,
Back when it was
44
nothing
years
like
ago.
this.
Yeah, when we weren't doing funding sex changes, Ronald Reagan really loved it. Not the same. I don't understand. Again, it's not even gaslighting at this point. It's just you have to be stupid to go along with this. And by the way, I like that he said the USAID isn't charity. Yeah, it's not. It's a money laundering operation. So here is here we go. Data Republican small r, by the way, is like one of my favorite new accounts on Twitter because they are doing incredible citizen journalism. So CEPPS has raked in massive amounts of USAID money and still controls $500 million in active government awards. Yet they just funnel it straight to partisan NGOs, splitting it between the Republican-aligned International Republican Institute and the Democratic National Democratic Institute. It's just the amount of money they're just throwing into these things. International Foundation for Electoral Systems, Arlington, Virginia. International Republican Institute. I don't even know what that is. National Democratic Institute for International Affairs, Massachusetts Avenue. I mean, literally, can you imagine working for one of these organizations? You just have to go down the street, talk to your friends at USAID, take them out for a couple of drinks, and you get $60 million for what? Grants and other assistance to domestic organizations and domestic government. I mean, and this, look, by the way, it makes a list of people who made more than $5,000. That's how long ago these forms were made. Because they didn't expect it to be like, they thought it was a lot when it was above $5,000. And we're taking a look at a form now where it's $60 million.
No bueno.
Consortium for Elections and Political Process Strengthening. $15 million. Agency for International Development. Again, programming will focus on developing and strengthening democratic leadership skills among politically active young people from political parties and civil society, increasing government oversight, political participation, as well as institutional and public resilience to anti-democratic blah, blah, blah. This is how you fund. I bet you, like, we're going to find out that all of like the Democrat influencers and stuff are paid by this.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they have to be on the payroll here. If you got 15 million coming in, what do you keep, like 10 for your firm, and you parse out like a couple $100,000 a year to people?
Mm-hmm.
What a complete waste of money. And this money's just going out our door without anybody paying attention to it. How do we get to this point in our society? Like, how do we get here?
It's scary. Also, if you're enjoying the stream, go hit the retweet button.
That's what I'm doing.
Bump it up.
I just don't understand how we get to this point. Oh, here's the real question. Steve Maga here. Will anyone go to jail over this? I'm going to say no.
I'm going to say no as well.
Coco's mom. How can any American vote for Democrat again after seeing all this? They will.
Well, in the outrage, the manufactured outrage pointing to Elon Musk as the problem is to distract anyone in the liberal circles from hearing anything from the news other than Donald Trump bad, Elon Musk bad. They're not even probably going to look at the real numbers or the real spending. They're never going to see why this is actually being done. They're just going to hear the regurgitated talking points about why it shouldn't be done in the first place when it is in fact very needed.
Here's a protest, by the way. These are the people who are protesting at the Department of Labor on behalf of these Democrats. Notice anything about them?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Other than they all look like they smell? They're all wearing masks outside. Every one of the protesters against what's happening with Donald Trump and Elon Musk are where there's like one guy who's breathing fresh air. I don't want to hear your opinion if you choose not to breathe fresh air. What is this? Dissent is patriotic with a gay flag on it. I don't understand. What is this? Again, hold on. Maybe this is why they're not showing their faces. You see Tubby the Tuba here with Protect Trans Kids. What is this guy? I mean, that guy right there who's hiding his face from a camera, by the way, on top of having masks. What kind of list is that guy on? Because you know that, right? Like, I mean, he doesn't want to be recognized. I mean, again, Look at these people. Again, all weird, super weird people. And then this guy back here. Can you see my cursor when I do this?
Mhm.
This guy back here, or whatever it is, this chunk hides his face on top of having a mask on. Imagine what's on that computer at home. These people should all be on a list. What is this? What's this sign back here saying? My mother works harder than our president. I don't think so. I think that's why you're freaking out. What's this one? If you've ever wondered what you'd do during slavery, the Holocaust, or civil rights movement, you're doing it right now. So you're telling me that they're comparing Donald Trump's executive orders right now to slavery, the Holocaust, and the civil rights movement? Really? Really? I mean, this is insane. But all these people were wearing masks outside. And justifiably so. Again, if I have to keep going back to this one. Because this guy, you just know. They are weird people. What is this flag, by the way? Is this some sort of trans flag over here? What is this? Any
I
idea?
don't know what that is.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
And they're all wearing like keffiyehs. I mean, again, these are people. Imagine this one in Palestine, or in Afghanistan, or in even Saudi Arabia. Imagine that one there. The question would be, how high of a roof? This one here, fight fascism. They're really against fascism here. Are these people? Look, they're calling Donald Trump a felon here. They really worked on that one. Again, this is insane. And I give credit to the Daily Caller for going out there and recording these protesters and having to smell it. Good for them. Really out there doing the most. Better learn to flap those arms. Yeah, no one. This is why no one takes them seriously anymore. Seriously. Like, look at them all. Also, what do these people work? You know what? You know what's going to end up happening, right? By the way. It's going to turn out that all these people were paid for by USAID. All the you notice there's a lack of pre-printed signs lately at these protests. That would be because the USAID money is dried up for the time being. Guarantee that's who was paying for this stuff. Hold on, let's see. If you think this is bad, what's that sign say? You should see what our if you think this is bad, you should see what our government is up to. Yeah, that's a good sign.
That's what we're doing.
That's exactly what we're doing. These people have no idea what they're talking about out there. You think this is bad? Liberty, justice for all. Well, yeah. Enemies, foreign and domestic. Oh, and look, they put a picture of Donald Trump's mugshot up there. They think this is really doing something. Do you think Democrats have realized yet that they lost the last election in a landslide, or no?
Like how out of touch they are?
Yeah. Yeah, like do they know yet? Has someone told them that they've lost the 2024 election in a landslide? That Donald Trump dominated both the popular vote and the electoral college? Nobody's really told them.
Well, they gather in these like small protests of like mutual weirdos, and then they feel like that's representative of the country.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh, look at all these other like 45 to 50 weirdos around me. This must be representative of what real Americans care about.
Yeah.
We all showed up here with our signs and our signs that don't make sense. And our masks, and yeah, we got a good group going.
Here's USAID was most likely paying for signs and pallets of bricks. See, that's the thing that other people brought up today was the pallets of bricks everywhere. Where did they come from? We totally forget about that. Like, where did they come from? Who funded them? Probably USAID. For Center for Democratic Studies. Where do you think what happened there? So this is Democrats are showing up to these federal buildings, of course, with the press. Here's a nice media guy there looking like a dork. And they're showing up to try to get into buildings. They're being told, go home. Here we go.
Hi, Chris. Pleased to meet you. Nice to meet you. Okay, so you are aware this agency is very busy currently, and they are not able to take a meeting currently. They advise that they will be in contact shortly, and that best to contact the Department of State at this time if you need any further comments.
Who is they?
The front office of the administrator.
So could I just ask, are you with AID?
I am.
Thank you for your service.
Well, thank you for what you do.
Are the Doge people here?
I
Are they in this building now?
You know that Donald Trump can appoint whoever he wants, right? And create. If Jimmy Carter can create the Department of Education, Donald Trump can create the Department of Government. What is it? Efficiency.
It's just so unserious that they're so up in arms about a program called Doge. Are the Doge people here?
Yeah.
It's just
I would
don't
like
let
to.
your memes be dreams.
I would like to invest. I was wondering if I could get some investment advice. This guy's such
Are the Doge people here? Is it going to hit $1?
such a dork. This guy's just, hey, can you let us in? Hey, I really think for oversight purposes, Republicans should start showing up to Democrat offices and asking to have access to all of the back end of their offices and all of their files. Why not? Same thing, right?
Yeah, 8 employees currently. That's all I know. I don't know specific who Doge is or any of that. I just know that 8 employees are here. Although, as you are all aware, it's in the press. Everybody's been asked to telework. There are select people here to provide services for the agency. So the rest of them are all telework.
Are you career?
I am. Are you?
Thank
As a career
you.
as well.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
We want to thank you for your service. So there's no opportunity to.
Hey, thank you for your service.
It's just
Thank you for your these like dorks don't know how to even, but they want to get their talking points out and they have no idea what they're doing. They had no plan.
This is such like cuck energy.
Oh, it is absolute. These guys get pegged.
No, unfortunately, I don't control that. I'm just here to pass.
Next, he's gonna be like, "You smell really nice. Can I get you? Smell nice. Can I get in? I brought some candy."
Is that Tom Ford?
Pass along the information. Thank you for coming, and I'm sure Department of State will be putting out more information for sure.
Are you the senior civil servant here?
No, I am not the senior civil servant.
Here
I have
today.
gray hair.
He has nothing. He literally has nothing to talk about. They showed up. So, are you the senior guy? No. Okay. Can we get in? No.
Like
Today.
No, absolutely. Just gray hair. That's it. That's the senior part of me. Okay, thank you. All right, thank you guys. I appreciate the time. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yep, we'll see you soon.
Okay.
Take care.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, Ilhan Omar's there. She should show up to an ICE facility. She should show up to an immigration facility. Bring her brother husband. God, could you imagine her showing up? Again, these people also, you have to remember, these people wanted to defund the police. Oh, there's Jamie Raskin, who has nothing else to talk about, by the way. Again, look at, this is just like a goof squad here. Jamie Raskin, Ilhan Omar.
I made up a joke. Do you want to hear my joke?
Yeah.
Who is Ilhan Omar's favorite wrestler?
Oh,
Brother Love.
it's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good. What are you doing here? What are you doing here? What's your thing? What are we doing?
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service. Yeah. I don't understand. I literally don't understand what's happening there. So there we go. That was that. That was them today. Hanging out, doing nothing, getting nowhere. Brother husband was there. No clue. If you guys are liking this, hit the retweet button. What else happened in the news today, Al? I'm going to go through my my Twitter live.
The new DNC vice chair.
Oh, David Hogg, but that's been around.
It happened like yesterday.
That was like 2 days ago. David Hogg is now the DNC vice chair.
Someone mentioned it in the chat.
Yeah. He created pillows at one point. Remember, he said he was going to create that pillow company?
Mm-hmm. Shut it down. I heard that on the news today. Hadn't heard of it since. Heard it on the news today. Did not do well.
It did not do well. Here's Tim Walz, by the way. The richest man in the world is sitting at the Resolute desk. No, he's not. About to defund your public school. No, he's not. Trump should stop him. And then Elon Musk responds, what's his name again? I forgot. Tim Walz, probably USAID paid for the tampons, or the Department of Education paid for the tampons that he put in schools. Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just the insanity. This is such a great picture, by the way, of Donald Trump today with these. It's like iconic.
One for the books, the history.
And then
books.
look, there I am. There's my picture from Lake Grapevine today.
Oh, look at you!
What a
I
neat
didn't realize you
time.
went there. That's nice.
Yeah, I went there without you.
Wow.
That's a thing. It basically was all I just was really into the. I thought this was an incredible event today.
Mm-hmm.
There's Trump shouting out Riley Gaines. But like I said, so she has accomplished her goal, and she has helped save women's sports. One of the most legitimate people, I think, in politics is that Riley Gaines. A lot of people come out of nowhere that are like young people, and they just try to cash in and whatever else. But she actually had an incredible story, and I think this is how the story ends until she becomes a member of Congress or the senator, right? So what's the plan with her? What is she doing? She's going to run for office, right?
She should.
I mean, she's been great at what she's done.
Mm-hmm.
But she's too young. She's not too young. Well,
She's younger than I am.
is she?
I think she's 23 or 24.
Oh, she's accomplished much more than.
She's pretty young.
So, I mean, that was kind of my whole day today, was watching that, and then what a time, Al.
Wow.
Yeah, look
What
at
a
that.
day.
The more they cry, hold on. The more they cry, the more Trump is winning and just doing what? Yeah, exactly. Exactly what we voted for him to do. So yeah, I'm kind of happy with that. Al, are you happy where we are right now?
Yeah, we got a lot.
Yeah.
Good. You've been better at speaking in clips. That's been good.
Have I?
You have.
Oh my.
Yesterday and today were very good. So keep that up. You've been wonderful.
Wow. Thank you. So yeah, no, this is fun, and let's wrap it. We'll talk about our little our sponsors here, not our little sponsors, but our sponsors that we've had a great time with. I think we should go live at 7, by the way, from now on.
Yeah.
We're trying to figure out a time to do things. Again, you can go over to kalshi.com/Tim Young, and when you go there, you'll see all sorts of things that you can participate in. Again, I really trust these types of these markets rather than polls when it comes to things. Who will visit the White House before April? Will Dana White be there, or will Zelensky be there? It's higher chance that Dana White will be there, apparently, according to people. What countries will Trump tariff this year? Taiwan and Colombia are on there. I bet Colombia's coming. Oscar, who will get the Oscar for original score, if that's your thing? Will Trump and Elon get rid of the penny before 2027? I don't think they're ever going to get rid of the penny. You think they're going to get rid of the penny?
The penny?
Yeah.
How will we? What?
Yeah.
How will we know what one is?
I don't know. We'll just.
We.
Yeah. How many new drugs will the
No.
FDA approve this year? More than 50? More than 55? It's another thing you can get in on that. And of course, my company.
Mr. CEO.
Yeah.
And also,
Jeez.
we just launched a new news site on the website. Can you scroll back up?
Yes.
Go to news, that nice little golden news. So if you go to veebzap.com, we have a news section. We're
Oh.
launching things daily.
Hello.
That's your article that we got up.
Live.
Sorry,
And
I
Jerry's
didn't-
doubles down on wokeism.
that's how busy my day was. I didn't even update Tim when his article goes live.
Yeah.
But Tim tweeted about this the other day. Now we have a full article up that just kind of goes into more detail. But we will be integrating this eventually into the app. So stay tuned for that. For now, though, you can go to veebzap.com. You can also follow, we have the Veebzap Twitter at Veebzap, which is tagged here, but we also just launched Veebs News. So VEEBS News. We're going to be posting a lot more of the kind of behind the scenes of these companies, what they're doing. Because a lot of people, they like the ease of having the score given to you and the recommended brands for replacements, but people want to dive in deeper and be more educated, and so that's why we launched the Veebs News page.
Awesome.
Veebs News Network, VNN.
The Veebs News Network.
Much better than CNN.
I love it. And then you can get into all the history of everything that Ben & Jerry's has done. I love it. So go get the Veebs app, veebzap.com, and thanks for being here with us tonight. Let's do this. There we go. Glad you're here, Al. Let's get you a light next time. We have one sitting in the
I like the
hallway.
purple. I feel like Barney.
Okay, well, there we go. All right, well, here we are. It's been a great Wednesday with you guys, and we're both exhausted at the end of the day. We need to do this at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, because I'm really tired.
Yeah.
I'm really exhausted.
All right, and I will. We'll see you next time.